With holiday season in full swing, charities are ramping up their push for donations, but with uncertain economic conditions across the country, it is unclear just how much giving will happen. Peter Zampa reports on how some nonprofits could feel the squeeze.
You're hopeful, but you're also being realistic.
Tom Tighe, president and CEO of Direct Relief, acknowledges inflation could impact organizations like his that rely entirely on charitable donations. His humanitarian medical assistance nonprofit is operating with the recognition that some people in this country are simply not able to give as much as they have in the past.
How do you maintain the same level of service with fewer resources? You have to look at ways to become more efficient.
Tighe says there is serious need across the world for his organization's help, but he's optimistic they can continue their mission despite the grim economic outlook.
November and December are known as giving season, when many charities expect a majority of their donations to come in. Stacy Palmer from Chronicle of Philanthropy says many nonprofits are nervous this season, but the richest Americans are still doing very well.
They have been giving very generously, and so we see very big gifts coming in. That doesn't mean it always helps the local food pantry.
Palmer says wealthy people might donate to colleges, museums, or hospitals, but not necessarily local community groups. She says this year, those who can give cash might want to boost their donation to account for inflation, but also volunteering can help just as much. Palmer adds it's a good idea for nonprofits to explain exactly where these dollars will be going to make donors feel a personal sense of impact.
People want to help others. They just have questions sometimes about what's the most effective way to do it, and is my donation going to make a difference?
The big holiday for nonprofits is coming up on Tuesday, November 29th, Giving Tuesday. Its purpose, it's simple, a global day of giving. Reporting in Washington, I'm Peter Zampa.
Peter, thank you. And if you're one of the millions who've made purchases over the holiday weekend, you might want to check your receipt to see how long you have to make a return. 6 out of 10 retailers recently said that they're changing their policies this season, many shortening the amount of time consumers are allowed to make returns. Some retailers are also adding return and restocking fees. Well, one Florida woman is turning up the heat on the Kraft Heinz company. She's filed a $5 million class action lawsuit. Now, the lawsuit is claiming that the company's Velveeta shells and cheese microwavable cups take longer than the recommended 3.5 minutes to prepare, and that's if you include ripping off the lid and adding water. Now, the company called the lawsuit, quote, frivolous.